Hello and welcome to another episode of PC Building Simulator 2. If you missed the last episode and you want to go back and check it out, I'll put a link up in the upper right hand corner so you can easily do so. All right, let's get into our email. Let's see what we've got to work on today. We've got 3 upgrades. 3 upgrades. We'll probably only get to 2 of these. Let's take a look. This one needs to be done by tomorrow. Okay, let's definitely take a look at this one. This one says, hey, PC is super slow right now, yawn. I need the coolant changing. What does that mean? I don't know. Maybe they need their coolant changed? I would like the loop to be blue. I'm going to need it by 3/10/2023 at the latest. Could you maybe paint the case cyan? I could do with flip side on this PC. Can you handle that, please? D. Greg. So we need to replace the coolant. We need to install blue colored coolant. So we just need to replace what's in there with blue colored coolant. And they want flip side, and they want their case painted cyan. That sounds super easy. Let's go ahead and accept that one. Then let's just take a look at the next one down. We'll worry about the can you upgrade my PC in the next episode. This one says, hello, I do not know who will read this, but my name is Subject X3. I know because it's written on my name tag. I'm being kept in a cell. I do not know where or why. I learned the door code by watching the guards. I leave my cell at night sometimes, but the guards must not know. I found a big door outside my cell. I cannot open the big door. I think the big door leads to freedom. I also found this computer. I think it can open the big door. I found a program on the computer to do it. I ran the program, but the computer says it needs a better CPU. I don't understand. I'm reading the screen and it says to install a new water-cooled CPU. I do not know these words. I need help. I've heard the guards talking. I heard them say they will start the next stage on 3/13/2023. I need help before that happens. Hello? Okay, so weird email. Somehow this person's going to get their PC to us, or the PC that they're on to us, for this upgrade, and they seem to have a budget to have it done of $850, but they need an i9 9900K or better, an Antec Mercury 120 RGB or better, and they want that done by the end of the day in 4 days. That's a weird one. That is a weird one. All right, let's go ahead and accept whatever that is. Okay, so we'll save this one from Large Barbara for another episode, but let's go take a look. Go take a look at what we're going to work on today from spares and repairs. We got this guy. It has a broken PSU and broken RAM. We're going to have to replace that. And I don't know what else we'll replace. I don't know. What do we got in here? That RAM's broken. We've got an RTX 3070. Okay. No SSD. That's all right. We'll probably throw one in there. Okay. Yeah. And, you know, maybe we'll just water cool this. It's a good case to do some simple water cooling in. So yeah, we got that going on. I'll get parts for that as well as what we need for, well, this I don't think we need any parts. This we just need the 9900K and the Mercury 120 RGB. All right, I'm going to step away. I'm going to get the parts for this upgrade for this customer who's locked in a room. And I'm also going to get parts for the spares and repairs build. I'll put into the shopping cart. And as soon as I have it, I will come back and I will show you what we're going to build. It's all in the storefront. All right. So we're going to start down here at the bottom of this list for the customer who is locked in a room and needs the PC upgraded. We've got the i9 9900K they asked for, as well as the Antec Mercury 120 RGB. For the build, because the other job we're doing doesn't need us to order anything, or the build for spares and repairs, the RAM's broken, so we're going to put in 2 sticks of G.Skill Trident Z Royal Elite DDR4 in gold, 32 gig, 4266 megahertz. That's pretty fast for DDR4. The PSU's broken, so we're going to throw in a Radeon Tech Kratos 1200 in white. We're going to add a PNY CS3040 NVMe drive. It's a 4 terabyte. We're going to throw some fans in there because that case doesn't really have any. And we're also going to water cool it. Spoiler alert. We're going to need some fans. So we've got some Thermaltake CT120 EX ARGB Sync Snows. We've also got the same thing in reverse that we're going to put on the radiator. For the water cooling parts, we've got a Corsair Hydro X Series XC7 CPU block. We've got a Corsair XD3 RGB combo, which is the pump reservoir. It's a little tiny puck. And then we've got the Thermaltake Pacific SR360 Snow, which is a nice white radiator with white fans, but we're going to take those fans off and put those other RGB fans on. As for the graphics card, let me show you. Let's go into the inventory right here in graphics cards. I made a bunch of these Radeon RX 6900 XT water-cooleds for another build, and we can only use one of them. For whatever reason, we can only use one of them in it. I've still got 3 sitting in inventory. We're going to put one of those in the build as well, even though it has a 3070 in it that's not broken. Okay, so let's go ahead and buy all of this. For next day delivery, we can close that out. Let's go back to this shop. Let's buy all of this. For next day delivery, we'll close that out. This is in transit. This is in transit. We can go end our day. Let's flip off the lights. Let's end our day. And we can get everything in so we can get to work on these 2 customer jobs as well as our spares and repairs build. Looks like we sold something. Look down there in the bottom corner on the tablet in shop sales. We had something out there. Let's see. Let's do this one. We'll plop that there. Let's grab our parts and stuff on our way back through here. And then we'll grab this one. And we will put it over here. That's a nice blue case. Nice blue case. All right. Let's take a look at this guy first. We just need to install blue colored coolant, paint the case cyan, and install flip side, which those things aren't listed over here, but we will do them. Let's get this side panel off. Let's empty this guy out. And they just said blue coolant, so I'm not really sure which color blue. There's a lot of blue. Like, do they want opaque? Do they want clear? We don't know. Let's go for maybe just this blue clear, since it just says blue coolant. That's the only one that seems fairly close to what they might be asking for. We're going to let that run through. We're going to power this sucker up, make sure it boots before we go paint it cyan. We're also going to install flip side while we have it running here. Okay, powered up. While it's starting up, I'm going to go here. I'm going to grab USB drive. We can pop that in. We did start up. We need flip side. There it is. Nice. So that is done. And yeah, this is basically done. This was a quick job. This was a quick job. So there's what it looks like before we paint it. Let's snatch this guy up. And then they want it painted cyan. So all of these are cyan. Let's go for maybe the lighter. Do that. It'll make painting a lot quicker. And then I don't think they want it on the glass. I mean, I wouldn't. So I'm going to leave it off the glass for them. I don't know why I did that. I meant to pick it up. I wanted to come back over here. Power this baby up. We can take a look at it without the UI in the way. Yeah, I mean, if we could paint just around the edge, that would look so much better. But we just can't. We just can't. But there it is, painted cyan, all working. Not a bad build. Not a bad build. Okay. Go put this out here in the hallway. That should be done. Then we're going to start working on this one. Let's zoom in a little bit. And let's see. Get this cooler out of here. And let's clean this CPU up. Oh yeah, it's an i3. Wow. Okay, let's get this out of here. I wanted to see what it was. And then we need to install the 9900K that we got for them. Get this closed. Where are we going to install the cooler? Are we going to put it back here? Maybe put the case fan up on the top? Let's see. Let's remove the dust filter. Go down here. Let's... Ooh. Okay, let's do that. Then let's grab their CPU cooler. It's the Antec Mercury 120 RGB. We'll install that there. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I got ahead of myself. Let's get some thermal paste on this. That's going to be a hot CPU. Those 9900Ks were not the coolest things. Efficient paste. Now let's get this on here. I was so excited about getting it installed. Totally forgot the thermal paste. Alright. Get that plugged up. Let's power this on. Let's make sure it works. Fan spinning. Why does it look wonky? I'm just going to leave it alone. Interplanetary Sanctuary. Alright. That was all they needed on that one. We can go ahead and get... Can we install this dust filter back? Okay. And then let's get the side panel on. We can take a look at this one without the UI in the way for the Interplanetary Sanctuary. That's where they're being held. There's no front fans in that. Maybe that's where I should have put that instead of dueling exhaust fans. Should we do that? Should we fix this and make it better? Unplug that. Take that off. Okay, let's put this fan in the front. Then we can put the front panel back on. Then we'll cable this and install the side panel. Now we'll power it on. Now they've got at least some airflow. I like that better. Yep, I do. I do. Okay, so this one's done. Those were really quick. Really, really quick. But that's alright, because we've got to work on that build to sell out in the storefront. But before we do that, let's go ahead and collect some money. Our electricity bills do $234. Holy cow. Alright, we'll pay it. We will pay it. We've received your $234. You may continue to enjoy the modern age and comfort. Don't forget to turn out your lights. All the best. Okay. We may take a look at those, but let's come down here. Let's take a look at this upgrade. Let's go ahead and collect that. 5 stars. They replaced the coolant on my PC, and I'm really happy. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Let's delete that. And then we've got this one from the guy who is locked in a room. 5 stars. Awesome. We'll go ahead and delete that one. New parts available. The Radeon Tech Ophion? Is that how you say that? Evo. Okay. Then we've got a couple new jobs for the next episode. So we can close that out. Let's take a look at our tablet, though. We're going to look at these shop sales. We sold Let It Be Red for $5,400. It was valued at $1,888. So we had a profit of $3,512. That is not a bad profit. Let's go ahead and collect that. I'll take it. I will take it, man. I will take it. All right. Let's start working on this bad boy. Let's see. Let's get everything off of here. We've got fans to remove, fans to replace. That's got to go. We are going to delid the CPU. This RAM is trash. Let's get it out of here. We're not going to use this fan. Okay, I guess I took the back panel off. I was going to get to that eventually, but... Oh, man. Okay, let's get this graphics card out. We are not going to use that. This thing looks dusty. Does it look dusty to you guys? Let's see. We're going to just unplug everything. Probably leave this hard drive in here just because. And before we start, let's go up here to tools. Let's get some compressed air and let's clean this. I'm so glad they moved this up to the top. It used to be right in the way down here at the bottom. It's so much nicer that it is out of the way. Oh, this fan needs to go too. That fan needs to go as well. Let's yank this CPU out. And let's get started putting a couple things in here before we go delid and do the other stuff. So we've got RAM we need to put in. Let's just sell all broken items. There we go. We've got 2 sticks of this G-Skill Trident Z Royal Elite DDR4 in gold. 32 gig, 40, what was it? 4266? Yeah. Classy. Very classy. Then we're going to put some extra storage in here. We've got this PNY CS3040 NVMe drive. It's my favorite drive in the game. The 1 terabyte is so affordable. It's so affordable. Even the 4 terabyte at $380. Have you guys seen the price of NVMe drives lately? Holy cow. Or RAM? Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. I'm so glad I don't need to build a new PC anytime very soon because prices are absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. All right, let's also get our new power supply in. We've got the Radeon Tech Kratos 1200 in white. Get that right here. Oh, that's a good match too. Look at that. That is a good match. All right, let's go ahead. Let's mount some water cooling parts. We've got this Corsair XD3. It's just going to go back here at the back. We've got some fans we're going to put up in the top. Let's go back over here. Case fans. We want the not reverse ones. We want the standard. So we're going to put 3 case fans up here. There we go. Okay. Now we need to go delid, and we've got to fix the fans for the radiator. So let's... What are we doing here? What bench is this? Isn't this the water cooling bench? Okay. Let's do... Wait a minute. Yeah, let's do this radiator. We're going to get those off. We've got these reverse fans we're going to put on, and we're going to flip them that way and get these screwed down. Perfect. So that is ready to go. Then we need to change the bench over to CPU delidding, and we're going to delid this 3950X. I don't know what I'm clicking. I'm just clicking away. Clicking away on stuff. Got to heat this baby up. Then we're going to get it in here into the jig. You guys have probably seen me do this who knows how many hundreds of times. We're going to get this popped loose. There we go. We're going to take the IHS off. And then we need to use the scraper to get all the gunk off of here. It has been sufficiently scraped. Very nice. Now we need to do varnish. And these Ryzen CPUs take a lot of varnish. Intel just has one little spot. These have so much exposed. Just really got to varnish them up. There we go. Sufficient varnish. And we got a silicone around the outside of the varnish. I couldn't imagine having to do this in real life and keeping the silicone and the varnish from becoming one amalgamous mess. All right. There we go. Then let's get our liquid metal on here. We'll do a nice little bit there and a couple little dots here. Then we'll get our IHS back on. We'll get it back in the jig. We're going to get this baby seated, clamp down. I would assume this would be at least a couple hour process to allow that silicone to set. But luckily in the game, it's been sped up. All right. Let's get, whoa, getting crazy with the camera. Let's get the 3950X back in here. We'll get it, maybe we'll get it clamped down. Then let's go ahead, so I don't forget, let's get some thermal paste on it. A nice big blob. And then we can go ahead and get our CPU block on. We've got the Corsair Hydro X Series XC7 RGB, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, it's white. It'll look nice with this build. Perfect. And then we need to get this radiator that we fixed up here in the front. Oh, this needs to come out, this little panel. Do we really have to remove? Okay. Then I guess they're not getting a hard drive. No hard drive in this. Can I please? We're just going to get all of that out of the way. Now it'll fit. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's zoom in here because we need to get our graphics card in. Where are we going? Graphics cards. We've got the AMD Radeon RX 6900 XT. I got 3 of them. We're only using one. It's going to go right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Next. Man, look at how tight that tolerance is up there. That's crazy. Next, we need to do some piping. Let's see. Let's get... Are we just going to make everything white in this? I feel like we are. Do I want to use EK fittings or do I want to use like the Corsair ones that give me angles? I do like fittings. Let's do Corsair. And then let's use... I was going to use white rigid, but maybe we'll just use the clear and then I'll use some white fluid. Some white coolant. Let's see, how do we want to do this? Maybe we'll run out of here. And if this gets too long, I'm just gonna cut. You guys don't have to watch all of this. That looks pretty good. Are we locked in? Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and accept that one. We're gonna come out of here and into here and ooh, yeah. I'll be back in a minute. Let me get this straightened out. Okay, I know that's a weird angle, but I'm kind of okay with it. Then we're going to go from here into our graphics card. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, yeah. I think that is perfectly fine. And then we're going to come out of the graphics card and back into our radiator. And what in the world is that? Okay, I think I finally got this fixed. Man, this thing right here was a real pain. It was a real pain. All right, let's get this baby cabled. We are going to just use some white. Let's see, do we want ribbon braided? Ooh. What do we want to use? Sleeved. Let's use this. And we're going to leave the connectors black. Oh, okay. It's doing that weird shadow thing still. Gotcha. Okay. Get everything cabled up here. Perfect. Empty loop. Yeah, we know. We're getting to it. Okay, let's go back over here. We're going to go down to coolant. I'm going to go to, oh, it's right here. White opaque. Let's get that installed. And while that is running through, wait a minute. I ran that loop backwards. How did I manage that? No. We're going to have to fix that. I forgot that it comes out of that side. Dang it all. All right, you know what? I'm just going to step away. I'm going to fix this so you guys don't have to sit through it. I've only got to swap those 2 pipes, and I'll be right back. Okay. I think we're good now. Let's get this coolant back in here. There we go. Now it's running the right way. Yeah, that was... oh, whoops. All right, once this is done running through, or while it's running through, let's get some of these removed components back on. We've got a dust filter. Let's see, that one goes here. We've got the front panel. We've got a top somewhere. Here it is. We've got this side panel. And we'll leave that other one off for just a little bit. Let's go here. Let's get a USB drive. Pop that in. We're going to power this baby on. We are going to hop into the BIOS for just a moment. We're just going to turn on XMP. Get that up to 4266. Very nice. Let's go to settings. We are using the correct drive because there's only one left in there. Go ahead and apply these changes and restart. We're not going to overclock the CPU or anything. Leave that to whoever buys it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this side panel on. Very nice. And then we're going to get the lighting app on here. Ooh, this baby's fast. This baby is fast. Let's just select all except for the keyboard and mouse. We are just going to set this to static, white. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That is looking classy. Classy. All right, let's take a look at it without the UI in the way. I am liking that. The little pop of gold. I'm not normally a gold kind of person, but I think it kind of goes. I think it kind of goes in here. Just let you know that you spent too much on your PC. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Okay. So, we need to customize it in some way. I'm probably just going to put an invisible sticker on it. I like to call it an invisible sticker. It's really not. I will just pick something at random. We'll set the color to white. And we're going to make it real small. And there we go. There we go. So that's going to count as our customize. And you can barely see it. Barely see it. So we're going to go out here. Set this thing up. This is where our other PC was that sold. So we're just going to stick it here. Let's see. We need a name. We need a name. And I got one from my Discord server. If you want the opportunity to name one of these PCs, you can do so by going to my Discord server. There is a link down in the description. Head to the name of PC section, read the rules, and you can submit a name that will, well, probably get used at some point on here unless, you know, it doesn't meet the guidelines. So we're going to call this one the White, Zen. And this is from Alex Flip 98 on the Discord server. There you go, Alex. We are using the name that you submitted. All right, so we named the PC. We customized the case. We put in new cables. We did not put in custom cables this time. They have updated this to where you can get both of these if you do custom and new cables. So, but we didn't do anything custom. We just put some white cables in. I did delid. I did overclock by turning on XMP. We did put in a custom water cooling loop. We customized the LEDs to white, and I still miraculously have a 5-star bongle rating. I don't know how. I don't know how. It seems like I feel like I screw something up constantly, but I'm still sitting at 5 stars. So I'm not going to complain. I am not going to complain. Now we got to figure out a price for this bad boy. Let me figure that out. All right. I like to try to get this with a 50% or at least close to a 50% chance of sale. So let's go for $9,000. That gets us to 55%. I am perfectly fine with that. I'm not going to nickel and dime this to try to get it exactly to 50%. It does take a little bit longer to sell, but then we get more money out of it when it actually does. Let's go ahead and list this for sale. That is the white Zen, up for sale for $9 grand. Not bad looking. Almost looks like the lights are on the case. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So that is up for sale. Come back here. Let's take a quick look, see if there's anything I want to buy from spares and repairs. I'm looking for anything water-cooled. This is water-cooled. Kind of garbage. Do we have any that are good? 9,700K? No. I mean, I do have stuff in my inventory, so it's not a big deal. This is water-cooled. This is water-cooled with a Ryzen 7 and an X570 board. We're getting somewhere with a broken PSU, and I'm fine with that. Broken GPU because I've got more, and, you know, just good stuff. You know what? All right. All right, they got me. That's it, but that's all I'm buying. That is it. That's all I'm buying, guys. That is all. Maybe next episode. You never know. You never know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, a thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you haven't done it already, and ring the bell if you want to be notified as soon as a video from me goes live. As I said before, I do have a Discord server. If you want to join it, there's a link down in the description. I also do stream over on Twitch. There's a link to that down in the description as well. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe out there, guys, and I will see you in the next episode.